Like that goes into a lot of sex education and being taught like sex is for like babies and not to achieve orgasm, but it happened.
That's the whole point of it, shorty. We turned it into a recreational activity. It was literally made for that point. What's good, DLC? How you doing, family? Man, we back again with another video. Hey, man, say, man, let's get it today, man. No, I'm playing. But 6 women who have orgasm versus 1 fake. I don't know. There's nothing to say on that, bro. There's nothing to say on that, bro. At all. It's crazy shit, yes. But guess what? We're gonna watch it together. We locked in, twin. We locked in, twin.
I've orgasmed.
I've orgasmed.
Wow.
I've orgasmed.
I've orgasmed.
I've orgasmed.
I've orgasmed.
My headphones broke.
So I'll start with kind of like my ish. I kind of like stayed away from sex for a while, but then I went to college, had that college experience. It's kind of progressed a lot from there.
Okay, guys. Everybody predict up who y'all think didn't. I got shorty in the pink top. That's my guess. Shorty in the pink top.
Was it your first orgasm in general or with someone else?
With someone else.
For me personally, I was never really concerned with like dating or a relationship. And then I met this guy in class and our first hookup like did not go as planned, as I feel like it never does.
Yeah.
Then I like came
Oh, if you couldn't tell, I got my feet kicked up. Is damn near 1 o'clock in the morning. We're chilling, bro.
out to California and I started like dating, and I think that's when like I had my first orgasm. I feel like there were times where like you fake it because like, you know, you might love him or you might not love him, and it's like, let me just do what I can in this moment.
There was something just sucked.
Women. Let me talk to you real quick. Glasses on, so you know I'm serious. Why do y'all fake it? Why? What is the point of that? What do y'all get out of that? Just let them know, bro. Be like, hey, you're not doing this right. You should do it this way. That's all you gotta do. Like, when you're not doing something right, I'm pretty sure partner tell you that you ain't doing it right. You be like, hey, nah, you too much this, you need to do a little bit more of that type shit. You feel me, Joe? Like, I don't really know what to tell you on that one, Joe. That shit kind of crazy. Like, y'all faking it. Y'all just making it worse for yourselves. It's weird. Stop doing that shit. Me personally, I don't think I've ever experienced that. If I have, she Viola Davis with it. Acting is beyond crazy. But, yeah.
Us about her. She's too sweet to be able to like say her piece in bed. I didn't finish because of a partner until I realized I was lesbian. So I was just like with guy after guy after guy, and I was like, why isn't this working? Something's just not clicking. And I definitely thought it was like something about me or my body. Like I thought I was being difficult. And then I was like, oh, it's not a me thing like at all.
Yeah.
4 years ago was when I got sexually active, and my first time also was terrible. It was at this situationship.
Wait, so when did you have your first orgasm?
With a partner would be 4 years ago when I was in that situationship.
Oh, like even though it was like
Yeah,
not
that
great,
first
like
time
it
was
still
bad,
happened.
but we still, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you think, shoot, I wish I stopped after that.
You wish you cut it loose.
I didn't have my first orgasm with a partner till I was like 21. I feel like that goes into a lot of sex education and being taught like sex is for like babies and not to achieve orgasm, but it happened.
That's the whole point of it, shorty. We turned it into a recreational activity. It was literally made for that point. I don't know why God did it that way. I don't know why at all. But it was literally supposed to be that way. That's exactly why they told us protection if you're not trying to have kids. Like, I understand what they were trying to teach in school, but like at the same time, yes, probably should have told. No, they should teach you. Why did they teaching you how to have sex, bro? That's what porn. That's what corn is for, bro. That's literally what corn is for, bro. Like no BS, bro. That's literally what that's for. If you sit down, analyze, and watch, you learn something. And fellas, work out if you can. Try to keep into some type of shape. I know y'all be smoking, drinking, all that, but stay in shape. If you stay in shape, boy, ain't no girl gonna be able to tell you nothing.
Yeah.
And now it keeps happening.
And
I would
eat
say the
healthy.
first time I actually orgasmed with a partner, I was 21. It was just kind of funny because I
Drink water.
didn't think I was gonna lose it until I like got married. I'm like third generation, like hyper religious family, so church girls.
I like purity
Literally,
and everything.
yeah.
Like it was rough.
She was like giving me like young, innocent vibes.
Told you.
Just off of like initial stories, I felt like hers was the most vague.
Something she said threw off my gaydar. I'm usually really good at detecting women who go both ways, so that was a surprise.
She don't go both ways, folks. She only go one way. She realized that. See, you not listening, son. You gotta listen, folks. Damn.
Wow.
Really?
Oh, bye, Mia.
Just based off of the first initial take, it's kind of hard to relate to my
She
story,
must
or it seems
say-
very like fantastical or weird.
No, she's
So
not my
it kind of
sick.
makes sense.
My
I have a
second
question.
choice
What was your best sexual experience?
would be her.
Sexual experience or best orgasm?
She's first, she's second.
I would say I like saying like experience.
You want to share first?
Sure. I would say actually recently I went for my friend's birthday.
Fun.
And we went out to a bar. That was my first time going home with somebody. Oh, wow. And I think that was my favorite for sure, just because the spontaneity of it. And the guy was older, so he just really knew it.
What's that word? Sponsor.
I love it for sure, just because the spontaneity of it.
Spontan.
And the guy was older, so he just really knew what he was doing.
Okay. I feel like mine isn't the like best
Bro, don't judge me, bro. I'm not. Yeah, man, fucked up on the word, but fuck you. Yeah, fuck
one
you
to go
talking
off
about.
of, but it was the best experience for me. I was on my period, so maybe TMI, I don't know. But there was just something about her. I was like, I don't care, you don't care, and then it
love
just
that.
happened, and I was like,
That's hot, yeah.
ugly face, everything.
I've had guys where they're like, like we need to stop. So
It's like a.
I've had multiple experiences years back with
Never gonna say
older
that, no.
men, like mid 30s to 40s. There was one experience, it was just like, it wasn't planned, like it was just in the moment, and like he just knew what he was doing, and it's like the like, like grabbing me and like just saying, yes.
I've been in theater. That doesn't feel convincing to me.
I think for me was actually like a guy that
A lot. She kind of valid. What's her name? Jada.
I
She
just met in
valid.
college. Me and my friends always make the joke, like, if they ask me where I'm going, like, I'm gonna go see Rocket Ship, because that's what I called him. Like, that's what it felt like. In that moment when you've never had an
But he took
orgasm and
off
it
fast?
happens, I just feel like it's like stars, just
Yes.
like, that's what it felt like to me. So
For me, this threesome I
valid,
had
though.
with the well-known guy and his girlfriend, he had like a playlist like Drake and The Weeknd,
the vibe.
and like it was just,
Fellas, Brent Fayez. Always
it's a
the
lot of
move.
like sexual tension in one.
Brent Fayez, Frank Ocean, and a whole lot of old school, and Rod Wave.
Space.
That's like the
And,
main part of it. I feel
Cash
like it's not
Page,
just like
too. Cash
specifically the
Page is
sex,
valid
it's the
in that
experience
moment.
of it.
Exactly.
Because me specifically, like I'm not gonna come like just from like.
Well, that's
you
what I
know?
was gonna say is like I wouldn't say it was like the best sex of my life, but when I think like sexual experience, that's the first one because there was such a mood. And of course, like since I'm like the guest star, I'm like extra paid attention to.
Yeah.
So I was like doing things. I was on like my head doing like a handstand.
I love
You
it.
fucking with the
It was
freaky dudes.
crazy.
So with that in mind, like what does an orgasm actually feel like to you? Because I said it feels like a rocket ship, like a spaceship.
Honestly, like for me, your body like tenses up. How I kind of feels like melting sometimes, but then sometimes like if you change the momentum and it's slow, it feels like butterflies and bubble. You know what I mean? I feel like every orgasm to me is like definitely different.
Yeah.
One way of putting it is like I feel like I'm gonna pee. Like I have to focus. Like I have to like make it happen. Otherwise, like if I stop thinking about it, then it's not. Then it doesn't.
I'm the same.
I've heard some people like say that who aren't like really experienced sexually. So I was like, maybe she's just trying to go off like internet resources.
I feel like I honestly blank out. I feel like it's one of
It's an out of body experience.
I know everyone says it like is white hot, but I just blank out. I feel like it's just like one of the few times I can really like let go and just be present because my brain is just always going on.
So it depends if it's the first orgasm, because I have this thing where like once I come, I can like keep.
No, I know I'm not talking, but I'm honestly curious about what they're saying in this aspect, like how it feel. I've always been curious about that.
Coming like 10 times like in a row. I've had orgasms where it's just like yours, where it's like I really had to like concentrate to get there, and then others where I'm like, you know, I'm like, oh my god, I had to listen to Celine Dion out there. I was having a moment.
Her recollection of her orgasm, it felt very like by the book.
I was like, it's Sarah, Jada, but then Jada was like, oh, I call my guy Rocket Man. You only give nicknames to some good
Oh. I think I said something about
No,
taking.
that's not true at all. I was fucking. Alright, story time. Quick story time. I was fucking with this one girl, right? And she had a group chat. And she was like, watch this. And I was sitting right next to her. I was like, alright, cool. She was like, you see your name on my phone, right? I was like, yeah. So she had texted in the chat. She was like, hey, such and such is over here. She was like, oh, girl, I already know what you finna do. I was like, you telling them my business and shit? Then she said, alright, cool, watch this. She texts another nigga's nickname. I forgot what it was, though. Oh, man, I wish I remembered. She texts his name. She texts his nickname. And I think it was Plankton. No bullshit, I think it was Plankton. No bullshit. But she texted in that chat, and it was like, ew, are you serious? They was just bashing Buddy. And I was like, damn. I felt sorry for dude. He wasn't even in the room.
Taking so long for me to get there with a partner. And then when I said church girl, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
If you think the mole is still in the box and you'd wish to play the game, please raise your hand at this time.
Okay, wait, I have a question. When did it come to the understanding, or if you always had it, where an orgasm is about both people?
I would say in college, because like you, I wasn't really into it sexually. That's when I was interested in learning about other people, especially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After
I wonder how much you
I
get paid for these
left my
shows.
4-year relationship, he had told me like, oh, no one's ever gonna love you. Like, no one's ever gonna wanna have sex with you again. Like literally those words. And every partner after that, I've been like focused on them. Like it's never been about me. It's always been about how can I please them.
I was thinking, okay, well,
But that's how it's supposed to be. Hear me out before you click off the video in a rage. It's supposed to be you're worried about them. You're worried about them and they're worried about you. You feel me? It's supposed to be y'all basically going tit for tat. Like, alright, she did this, but I'm finna do this to get her there. Alright, I did this. I mean, she did this, and I'm getting there. But before I get there, I'm gonna do this for her to get her there. And then she's like, okay, cool, he did that for me. I'm finna do this for him to get him there. It's supposed to be a tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat, until eventually, as it should be, he, you know, ends it off. You've already ended it off a couple times, because I don't know how y'all do it, but y'all just keep on. But he ends it off, and y'all both is cool. Maybe round 2, maybe round 3. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know how people get out. But damn, she looked good. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Maybe she switched tactics, and that's what really brings her pleasure, is bringing other people pleasure.
I was never really a sexual person anyway. Like I had the purity ring. I was saving myself for marriage.
My answers were around church. I was raised like super Catholic. And so for me, it didn't even really conceive in my head that like, oh, this is for women too, because everything is so like serving for the man, cooking, cleaning for the man, having a household for the man. I didn't even literally start like thinking like, I want to come too, till I was like 21. And that was like our cultural influences and women talking about sex and being more open.
It's for both people. It's not just like me giving all to you, because I'm like, what am I here for?
I have a question. So how did you feel the first time someone was able to get you there? Like, especially because it sounds like a lot of us had religious backgrounds. Like, because I know the first time I felt it, it took me a second to feel okay.
Yeah.
And like, I remember during the whole process just feeling like I was being watched. Like, I have a lot of like deceased loved ones too. So like, just feeling like they were watching me.
Am I doing something bad?
Oh, you
Like,
guys!
I know. That's how like that's what's like put in your mind.
It
though.
is.
Like,
Like mentally what you go through.
Then later on, it's like, shoot, they can watch what they want to.
One of the things was the white shirt. I don't know, when I think of white, I think of purity. She also
Okay, this lady is sped for that one, I'm not gonna lie.
said something about how she wanted to save herself for marriage. She had a purity ring. So I'm like, if you add all those things together.
felt like she was kind of like talking a little too much and trying to explain her story to where we
respect that
believed
one.
it.
Damn.
What? Okay. I felt like I
Okay,
was
my
very
number 2 is
authentic
out.
with my story. I think I talked a little more about my past experience with my Christianity, plus the white shirt. I think they kind of went for that too.
Exactly.
If the lights turn green, that means that you have all voted the mole out and you win. If the lights turn red, that means the mole is still in the box and you all lose. In 3, 2, 1.
I knew it! Oh, no!
Will the mole
telling you, it's
please
pink.
step forward? In 3, 2,
Actually, hold on. Actually, it's her. It's her.
2, 1.
I knew it! I knew it!
That just really made me mad. Really made me mad.
Shut up!
I'm so bad at this.
I'm from back there though. That motherfucker is back there.
Not you! I like to think I had intuition. When the light turned red and there was 3 of us, I was like, I knew it was Jada!
Me and you both,
and
sis.
it wasn't!
I have never come from someone else giving that to me. I enjoy sex all the time. Nobody has really taken the time to learn how to make me come, I guess. So,
Bro, fellas, I'm gonna be honest. Learn how to eat the box. Learn how to eat your Chipotle. You get what I'm saying? You eat your Chipotle right, you're satisfied, right? But if you eat your Chipotle wrong, you get full too quick and you don't want it no more. I don't know where I was going with that. That was so sped. I'm sorry, bro. I was trying to be that dude, but it wasn't that. It's
so
just either
I
you
love
got it
talking
or
about
you
sex
don't.
because I
That's
think
fine.
that there's this narrative that everybody
Just don't be selfish at the end of the day.
should be able to come just, and I don't. And I still have fun and I still learn a lot about myself.
Wow, you got us good.
I was nervous.
Never would have guessed.
My biggest goals
Don't she get
today
the bread,
was to use my authentic experiences without inherently lying.
Probably should have
So technically, she man,
paid more
stupid,
attention
though.
to her. Yeah, that's a woman that gets what she wants, and she did. Dang it.
Listen, I ain't doing that shit.
I wanted to come here today to show that sex is just so different for everybody, and you just have to find your way and you find your flow. And just because you have an orgasm doesn't mean that you don't have good sex.
I just hope everyone can get inspired
that's
by
very
this
true.
episode to ask for their wants and needs during sex. And hopefully you come and you come hard.
That just blew me, bro. That really just made me tight though, cause that was stupid. Who is not black? But what's the name? What's it say? Oh yeah, it's the end of that video, man. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, sub the fuck up, and do all that YouTube shit, man. Make sure you share this with the people you know and you don't know, cause they gonna like this shit for sure, man. I'm telling you. With that being said, I'm out, man. Peace.
Subscribe!